When Claire Wilson delivered her eldest son, Yayan, by emergency caesarean, she expected thorough postnatal care. Instead, still bleeding and barely able to walk, she was left by midwives to shower alone and fetch her own meals.
The major problem was, obviously, I'd had the caesarean and I'd had an epidural and I couldn't walk for quite a while. And I couldn't lift my baby up when I wanted to feed him or give him a cuddle, and so there was no one around to help me with that. So I had to ask one of the other mothers on the ward to do that. Fortunately, it was a very experienced mother.
A new report by the National Childbirth Trust reveals Claire isn't alone. It found many women are left unprepared and unsupported by the NHS after having a baby.
If women don't get really good support in the first few days, they can feel very isolated, they can feel quite down, they can doubt their own ability, and it just gets motherhood off to a bad start.
The NCT asked nearly 1,300 new mums about their experience of NHS postnatal care. 42% said there was sometimes or never enough midwives to help them in hospital. 57% claim they received insufficient support within the first 24 hours. And 43% of caesarean mothers, the group that fared the worst, said their emotional needs were still not being met up to a month after giving birth. The Royal College of Midwives admit the report paints a disappointing picture. It says many midwifery services are stretched to the limit by the rising birth rate.
The focus on maternity services and getting the services right needs to be retained, and we need to continue to look at ensuring that sufficient resources, including enough midwifery time, needs to be put into the service.
Claire had a second son, Gethin, 7 months ago. Her experience, thankfully, far better. Nevertheless, the NCT say postnatal care has become a Cinderella service and needs urgent investment to give all new mums the level of care they expect and deserve. Simon Newton, Sky News.